friends, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to our mini lesson for today. Today we're going to continue looking at our Reader's Theater book about families. So let's take a look at what our learning target is for today. It's again, I can identify the main idea of the text. And what's the main idea? The main idea is the big idea. And what supports the main idea? Supporting details, right? So the main idea of our book, our Reader's Theater for this week, is families. And we did some brainstorming, some thinking and asking questions of ourselves yesterday as readers. And we thought about, when I hear the word family, what does that mean to me? Who is in my family? We talked about families having moms, dads, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, and many more. So we also did a picture walk and identified parts of our book. Let's go over the parts of the book and then we'll go over the words and read today. So what is the front part of the book called? The front cover. What is the back part of the book called? The back cover. The back cover tells us the story or book is over. We forgot to go over this part, I just realized. This is called the spine of the book. It holds the pages together. Can you guys say spine with me? Good. You guys actually have a spine in your back. It goes right down the middle. Excuse me. You can touch your spine and feel that bone right down the middle of your back. That bone helps hold your bones together like your ribs. So just like the spine in your back helps hold your body together, the spine of a book helps hold the pages together. Okay? What do we call the words on the front cover? The title. The title tells us what the story is going to be about. What matches the title? The picture or the photograph. And whose names are down here? The author and the illustrator. What does the author do? Write the words. What does the illustrator do? Draw the picture. Let's sing our song. So let's get out our book, let's get out our pencil, and let's sing our author song first. Ready? A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3. The author writes the words, the author writes the words, the author writes the words we read in a story. Good. Now let's change it out to a blank canvas and a paintbrush. We're going to pretend we're the illustrator. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. The illustrator draws the pictures. The illustrator draws the pictures. The illustrator draws the pictures that we see in a book. Good. So that helps us remember what the author and the illustrator does. We also have a title page, but our title page in our Reader's Theater books looks different because it's actually what we call a script because we will be acting this out. So in our Reader's Theater book, we also have this page with a focus question. This is the question that makes our brains think about what to kind of look at while we're reading. This focus question says, what games do you play with your family? So think about that for a second. Do you play games with your family, and what are they? We're going to see, as we saw in our picture walk, families that are playing games together. And I want you to think about what they're doing in each picture and who the family members are. Okay? Then over here we talked about how different groups would read different parts. So there's a red group, a blue group, a purple group, and when those three colors are together, that means everybody would read it. Then it tells us that the setting is at a park or a home. We also see at the end that the setting is also in or at a beach. That word setting is where the story takes place. So that's something that we're going to get more into later. But since that word is mentioned now, we're going to go ahead and learn the song for that too. So the setting is very important when you're drawing, when you're writing, and when you are reading a book to observe. Okay, so the setting is when the story takes place. So what time of day? Is it daylight, nighttime? Is it summer? Is it spring, fall? So when does that story take place? And where does it take place? The farm, the beach, at home, in a park? Okay, so our song to help us remember what a setting is goes like this. We say, the setting is when and where. The setting is when and where. The setting is when and where a story takes place. Okay, so not just where it takes place, but also when it takes place. Okay, so we'll sing that song a lot more, but wanted to tell you as we're going about. So here are our vocabulary words that we'll see, and here are our sight words, or those popcorn words that we should know as fast as popcorn pops. Let's go over our vocabulary words first, our picture words. So this is brother. Can you read that with me? Brother, dad, mom, and sister. We're going to see these words throughout the book. Then our popcorn words, our sight words, are the words that we'll have to know as soon as we read them, and we'll get better at them. So this is, play, we, my, this, with. And here's our first page that we start reading. So this is page 4. Every time that we read from left to right and top to bottom. So I know this is where I start. We also touch the words we read. We never slide, because if we slide, we might skip a word. So I am going to just read to you today, and then tomorrow we'll do what we call echo read, where I read, then you echo me. You read it back, okay? But right now, today, you're just listening. So you can listen for the words as I am pointing to them. Make sure you're watching as I'm pointing so you know what word it is, okay? Here I go. This is my mom. I play with my mom. We like to play. So I know that this is her mom because the words are matching the picture. Now I'm going to turn from pages 4 and 5 to page 6. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to read from left to right and top to bottom. It's going to sound choppy today because this is the first day practicing, but that's what the Fluency Week is for, to get better and more fluent or faster sounding than a robot as we read. Okay, so keep listening and watching my finger. This is my dad. I play with my dad. We like to play. What does it look like they like to play? Golf. This is my brother. I play with my brother. We like to play. Looks like they're playing in the leaves like Amelia Bedelia did. This is my sister. I play with my sister. We like to play. Ooh, I keep seeing that same sentence over and over. That's helping my brain get to know those words. We like to play. The end. Looks like they're playing in the sand tug-of-war. So at the end, here's our question that brings in from the beginning, the focus question. So it checks our brains to think about if we were thinking about what we were reading and seeing more than just reading the words. So it says, what games did these people play? And it says games in the middle. Then we have pictures of what they did on each page and those games that we talked about. All right. And here's our back cover, so I know that the book is finished. So tomorrow, friends, we'll take another look at our book, and we'll echo read, where I read to you, you read it back to me, and we'll practice reading together, and then we'll get better every day as we go. Keep up the great work, friends, and I will see you tomorrow for our mini lesson.